Hey, good morning. Welcome to Chaplain's Moment, Doctor's Call. We're here. I'm Chaplain John Ring, and we're here to start your week off right. Um, some theologians believe that the Bible can be broken down into seven categories: grace, faith, hope, love, suffering, serving, and self-improvement. Well, we'll see about that self-improvement when we get there. This month, we're looking at love. What's love got to do with it? What's love but a second-hand emotion? That's Tina Turner's great hit song. She was wrong. It's not a second-hand emotion. It's really an important aspect of the world of Christianity. So let's get to it. Our verse this week is 1 John 3:16. That's 1 John 3:16, not John 3:16. That's 1 John 3:16, written by the Apostle John. By this we know love, that he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. Wow, what a verse. He actually defines love. If you come across the word love, this is the definition. This is the biblical definition of love. It's not that ooey gooey, squeezy wheezy stuff. It's not that kiss in public. It's not erotic love. It's about laying your life down for someone, as Christ laid down his life for us. That's how much he loved us. Christ went to the cross because he loved us. He suffered all that because he loved us. He suffered the worst crucifixion, the worst death any prisoner could ever imagine. Why? For us. Every drop of his blood was bled out of his body. He had died before they even could get him down off the cross. Why? For us. That's how much he loved us. And it says, and we ought to love others. We ought to love our brothers, our sisters the same. That means laying our life down. Now that might mean taking a bullet. That might mean pushing them out of the way and getting run over by a bus, but it's more than that. So much more than that. It's about laying down your opinion. It's about laying down being right. It's laying down about where you want to go out to dinner. It's laying down about just about anything that can come in the way of breaking down a relationship. And it's not just a family. It's not just a marriage relationship. It's a relationship between your children. It's a relationship with your neighbors. It's a relationship with your brothers and sisters in church. You don't have to be right. It's laying that down even too. And that's what Jesus did. And I'm sure there's times he would have loved to laid people out, but he didn't. He held back on those opinions. He held back on that truth so that he could minister to them, because we are much more able to be ministered to when we're loved than when we're discouraged. You know, the more I think about this is one of my favorite verses in the Bible. I like to think that if two people are fighting, they're standing up, that's the boxing, they have to be fighting. So if one person lays down their life, one person lays on the floor, the other person can still kick them, get down and hit them. And so it takes two to love. And what's that? They're laying on the floor. Now we're in the love-making position. That's how I like to look at it. Sometimes when I have a family in my office and they're wrestling with each other, I like to ask them, who's going to be the first one to lay your life down? And invite the other one to come with them. Who's going to be the first one to say, you know what? Let's work on this together. Let's talk about it. I don't have to have my way. That's what love is. So if every time you hear the word love in the Bible, or you hear someone say, I love you, ask them, are you going to lay your life down for me? Would you? Because that's what real love is. Laying your life down for the sake of another. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope this is a good start to your November. Next week, we're going to be looking at 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. That's 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. Thanks for joining me today. See you next Monday.